Episode 14. Ready to go.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Episode 14 of The Point.
Cheers, mates. How y'all doing?
Show. Pressure's on. The mics are on. Cash, go lie down.
And the dog is all over the place.
Lie down. He'll lie down. We just went for a walk.
And a beautiful pit bull. He's an adorable dog, guys. He just likes to bog your fingers, which is a little scary.
Yeah, he does.
He's
a killer.
Cute. I don't know how you people can think pit bulls are evil.
Horror stories.
Horror stories. I've no more Dalmatians and Chows that are assholes than pit bulls.
Fuck Dalmatians and Chows.
I remember we had a neighbor with a Chow up the street. And I remember being like, oh, it's a big fluffy dog. And I found out that they're assholes. And I'm like, okay, stay away from big fluffy dog.
Right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. So,
Pressure's on.
pressure's on. Why do I keep saying pressure's on?
Pressure's, I don't know.
Is the pressure on, my man? So, oh, God.
We're out here just trying to get by. Just a couple of high school kids.
Yes.
Spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting to go to prom and graduation.
Yeah, everyone, so we can get up there to that adult world and have fun.
Oh, so
being an
much fun.
Adult.
Making money.
Oh, my God. You ever seen that comic book of the dude that's like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult. Now I'm 18. And he walks outside. And the shadow character with the title Responsibilities comes up and just like sucker punches him in the gut. And then another dude comes out and he has the name Bills on him and it just knees him right in the balls. And he falls down on the ground and he's like, oh my God, adult life is so much fun. He's like missing teeth and shit. I'm like, that's how I feel.
Right. If you make 10,000, you suck. You have to make 20. If you make 20, you have to make 30. If you make 30,000 a year, you have to make 40,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
It never ends.
Never ends.
Fucking go to school, get an education, make money.
Get in debt paying for an education.
Get in debt paying for an education.
Hope to
fucking
God you get a job that can pay for that education.
Right. Get a car.
God damn it.
Get a job. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke weed.
Dude, we missed out on the days of being able to just graduate high school and be able to start our lives.
Yeah.
One family incomes.
Yeah.
Nice house.
Yeah.
Nice car. Barbecue. Only work 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Where the hell did that shit go?
I don't know, dude. Prices went up. Fucking buy a house, have a family.
Yes.
Buy a house.
Procreate.
Procreate.
Get a bigger house.
Yeah.
You
of course you need a
have to get
bigger house. Yeah. What are you fucking crazy?
Oh my God. And now you have to have a car for every member of your family.
Yeah, everybody needs a car.
Mm-hmm.
Can't smoke weed. Can't smoke cigarettes. You're not allowed to smoke cigarettes.
Get shunned for drinking.
Get shunned for drinking and eating bad. Why are you eating bad? Don't you want to be around to see your kids? Kids?
Your kids.
You can't smoke
kids?
cigarettes and drink. You got to see your kids.
Oh,
fucking.
What about my life? What about me? Oh well.
Don't smoke weed. Get a job.
Boo. Smoke weed. All the successful people smoke weed. Fucking do it.
I know, right?
So I think that's what we're missing out on. Maybe we have to get high, and then we'll get successful. Because I think we've tried. I think we've tried everything else.
Yeah.
Like we've tried following the rules. We've tried doing what we were told.
Yeah.
And we're barely skating by. Maybe we just need to, do something else. Blaze a new path.
Dude.
Blaze a new path. Shit.
We're just playing the game that's been set up already.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Get married. You have to get married. You
to.
have to get You can't have a house and kids without being married.
Nope. Otherwise,
you're
creepy.
Save for retirement.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not saving for retirement, like, you're fucked already. You're done for. You have to save for retirement. You have to buy a house. You have to get married. You have to have children. Like, you're what? You're 30 and you don't have kids? What kind of psychopath are you?
A smart one. You mean I didn't decide to have kids? Oh, wait. What's that mean? Oh, that means I'm responsible because I didn't have kids when I could barely fucking afford to pay for myself.
Yeah, you have to have kids. You have to have a house.
Oh, well. Happy thing. Let's talk about happy things. What's happy? Freaking, it's gorgeous. The last couple of days have been freaking amazing.
Yeah, people love saying it's gorgeous, and I catch myself too. The worst thing is somebody being like, "Oh, it's really raining out there, isn't it?" I hate when people do that, but then I catch myself being like, oh, it's nice out. And I'm like, oh, now I'm a part of it.
What's wrong with talking about being nice out?
Nothing.
I think it's a shared community of knowing that we can go outside. The only problem is there's freaking bugs everywhere now.
They're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely coming.
Dude, there's all those little tiny, like, what the red with black on them.
Box elder.
Box elders?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what those are?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they gross?
They're impossible to get rid of.
Really?
Impossible, yeah. You just got to wait it out. Once it gets really warm, I think they go away.
Dang.
Yeah, but they're impossible to get rid of.
I remember seeing them all the time down in Utah, and I didn't know you guys had them up here. And so
Yeah.
I'm driving down my alleyway to get to my house, and there's this telephone pole, and there's all these weird things on the pole. I'm like, what is that? So I take Seamus over, my little man, trying to teach him stuff about the world.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at these. And I see it, and it's just a swarm of these bugs all up on this telephone pole. And he says the right thing. He's like, ugh,
Yeah.
what is that?
We've had them. Yeah, we've always had them.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? They're insects, I guess. Thank God they're tiny.
Right.
Imagine if they were big.
That'd be over.
Yes, it would be. It'd be freaking scary.
Yeah. Be shooting them with guns and shit.
It'd be like stormtrooper shit.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They kill you by not stormtrooper, starship troopers. I don't know why I always mix those up. Yeah, it may not have been.
Yeah.
It's a cheesy movie, but that crap's
Sucks.
real, man. You have a bug that big. Yeah, you have a bug. Well, I'm saying it would.
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
That would be
Oh,
like
yeah,
what
yeah,
would
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Bug that size, you're screwed. You ain't gonna
Yeah.
do nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck.
yeah. Do you know that like bugs, like spiders and stuff like that, have multiple hearts
Really?
in their bodies? Yeah, and like each heart is responsible for a different leg.
What?
Yeah. So what they do is they pulse their hearts in a way that they can move. Isn't that nuts?
Oh, that's crazy.
It's just the same way with an octopus. The octopus has like
Ugh.
8 hearts. No, has like 8 brains and 3 hearts and something like that, and has green blood or something like that. Oh, it's crazy.
That's
And
aliens, dude.
and it can fit into a tube, the size like a 2-inch diameter tube.
An octopus?
An octopus can go through. And they just classified as octopuses as having the same level of intelligence as a 6-year-old.
What?
Yes. So now,
Dude, that's aliens, dude. The scariest thing in the whole world is the ocean. It's
yes,
the scariest thing in the whole world.
yes,
Serial killer, no. The jungle, no.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean, yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Freaking just knowing that there's this picture of this person swimming, and they're like, but the fear is the unknown. It's this person swimming.
No.
And then there's this big black space below it, and then there's like this creature like way down
yeah.
the bottom. Like, oh my God, that's so true.
I don't need to know about like what to do if you're around a shark or what to do if you're around jellyfish. I don't need to know any of that because I will never be in that situation. Never. I will never end up there because it's like, I don't know.
That's smart. That's called survival instinct.
It's like, yeah, I won't be.
Do you know that the most deadliest jellyfish is actually the size of your fingernail?
Yeah.
I thought it was the box jellyfish. No, apparently
No.
there's this other jellyfish that's fucking tiny.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up.
Yeah, but they're
Terrifying.
Their barbs are only enacted by sensing the current through your skin, and that's where they fire and the barbs go into you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you only have to be wearing like a small layer of cloth that prevents them from feeling the conductivity of your skin for them not to sting you.
Gotcha.
Isn't that
I don't need to know it though because I'm never going to be there.
true?
But it's fascinating.
And they can be immortal. There are jellyfish that are immortal.
What?
Yeah, as long as they're not eaten by something or they don't get sick.
Mike,
Apparently,
oh,
they don't
fuck
get
me.
sick. They are immortal. Like there are jellyfish species that will live forever if nothing kills them. So immortal jellyfish.
I don't believe you.
It's true.
Jellyfish.
Yep. Let's go to big old Wikipedia. So they're fascinating things, man. They are cool species. And you can't even see their fucking brain. You can't see anything.
Biologically immortal jellyfish found in the Mediterranean and the waters of Japan. It is one of the known cases of animals capable of reverting completely to a sexually immature colonial stage after having reached sexual maturity as a solitary individual. What? That doesn't make any sense.
They can literally go back to puberty if they want to.
Oh. Like the shit they're made up of, the cells and stuff, don't have like an expiration date?
Yep.
Go lie down, Cash.
Cashy cash.
Go lie down.
Cashy cash. Pretty dog, guys.
Lie down.
He's so manly.
theoretically, this process can go on indefinitely, effectively rendering the jellyfish biologically immortal.
Mm-hmm.
Although in nature, most of them are likely to succumb to predation or disease.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if that one's lucky to not get eaten, that thing could live essentially forever.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
I know, right? It's just like, that'd be so weird. I wonder if it's like painful to revert back, or if it's just like a process that like as they're aging, they're then slowly like reverting back. So it's just this cycle of constant rejuvenation and cellular regrowth.
Yeah.
So there are immortal creatures on this planet.
Wow.
So,
knowledge
drop. Boom. So, fuck. That's craziness, man.
Well, the pressure's on. I'll be moving soon.
I know.
So that's fucking crazy.
I was wondering what you were saying. The pressure's on. The pressure's on. Well, that's good. Everybody's going to have
People
a new
feel
house.
pressure.
You're going to have an office for your podcast now.
Well, yeah, sort of, yeah.
So, yeah, sort of. What?
It'll be much better, but it's still going to have to be in the living room.
Oh.
It's a 1-bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you get like a nice little table? And just,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do all that stuff with.
Yeah, it'll be way better. Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Light. Air.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff.
Yeah,
really
it'll be
close
sweet.
by. I can just run over to your house.
The hard part is getting from here to there.
It's not too hard.
It is hard.
No.
It is hard.
No, it's not.
Because you're standing in a room full of stuff, and it's like all this stuff has to be moved physically. Mm-hmm. It's not like I can just look at it and move it like files on a computer. Like it has to be physically handled. And that's the hard part. Well, it's not hard.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's effort. It takes effort.
Well, you don't have too much stuff.
I don't.
You could just get a mover group.
No.
There's those movers over by Miller's. They have a moving company there.
No. I'll get a moving truck, but I don't want people moving my shit for me. I feel terrible.
Oh, yeah? Why? Why do you feel terrible?
Because I can do it. I can do it.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then you're giving them a job so they can pay their bills.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is money you have to spend.
Right. That I don't have.
You can just think of it as a workout.
Because I don't make enough money.
Yes.
Oh,
life. Life. The money we make, and then it's gone. Oh, well, shit, man. You know what? What else are we going to do? You can't be a hobo.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You have to play the game.
You have to. Unless you really do want to be a hobo. You can be a wandering hobo.
Oh, that's just gross, though.
Why?
Because I like having, like, a clean bed and a shower.
Mm-hmm.
And wandering hobos don't have those things.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They do life differently.
Yeah.
There was this guy back in college, and I called him the Wandering Minstrel. And I only met him for a day.
Yeah.
But he was on the college campus just walking around with his guitar that he had. And he had his clean traveling clothes, and he had his backpack with his sleeping bag and stuff. And he just treks all over the place, and he just plays his guitar and just acts like he's high as shit because he's so happy. He's one of those people that's just so ridiculously happy.
That's fucking crazy.
It's like, are you high?
He is high.
It's like, you have to be high on something.
He is high because he's crazy.
But he didn't care about nothing. Like, he walks up to me, and I'm sitting there on the campus just kind of chilling, like waiting for my mom because my mom worked there. And I was like, hey, Mom, let's go get some lunch. So I'm waiting for her to go get some lunch with me.
Yeah.
And he comes over, and he sits by me, and he's just playing his guitar. And he's like, what's up, man? It's like, hey. He's like, you look like you're a little down. Are you okay? Just like him playing the whole time. Just pretend I'm strumming the whole time, and I'm him.
Weird.
And I'm like, no, man, I'm good, just chilling. He's like, oh, that's good. It's good to be chilling instead of being like,
it's like a character in a
down
movie.
and stuff like, yeah. And I'm like, so who are you? He's like, my name's Mitchell. I'm like, what's up, Mitchell? He's like, yeah, man, you guys got a nice school here. I'm just looking around, got everything, just playing. I even have a picture. I'll put it up on the damn freaking post up here.
Do it.
I'll put it on the Facebook page so you guys can see this guy. And I'm sitting there. And we ended up talking for like 20, 30 minutes waiting for my mom to get off. And at one point, there was these girls that walked by because we were sitting in this area called the catwalk.
Yeah.
And it's this huge walk area where students go from one side of school to the other. So you always see people there dressed nice, and people always walk like they're on the catwalk because they know everyone's looking at them, especially the girls. And this group of girls walks by, and he just like looks at me. He's like, hold on a second. And he walks over and starts walking in front of the girl, looking at her, walking backwards. And he starts playing a song. And he's like, "Hello, beautiful. It's good to see you." And she was just like, "What the?" And then by the end, she was freaking blushing as hell. She was giggling like he had her in the freaking palm of his hands.
Oh, God.
He just like sings to it. And he's like, "Hey," and I'm listening to him because this happened like 10, 15 feet away. And he's like, "Hey, I know it's sometimes annoying when guys stop and talk to you, but I just wanted to let you know that you're really beautiful. And I'm sure you're a special person.
Dude."
So I hope you have a good day." And then walks away. This chick totally had this chick in the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
He didn't care. He just like walked up. He's like, "Hey, you're beautiful. Have a good day." Blah, blah, blah. Boom, gone, done. Comes back and sit next to me. And I look at him. I'm like, that's badass.
Yeah, that's something.
And then he was gone. I've never seen him again.
He's probably locked up.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm sure he's locked up.
Hopefully he's got some like sugar mama somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Played a song for her, and she's like, "You're coming home with me." And he was like, "Okay."
No way.
He was such a nice guy, and he was so chill. So chill. You'll see the picture. The picture I took of him, he's got like just that I'm happy beyond reason.
Did you take
kind of?
Yeah. What year was this?
Oh, gosh, 2012.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a while. I'll find the picture because that guy.
That's insane.
I think about him every once in a while because that guy's just freaking, he was awesome. So just really cool.
Yeah. So that's what I should do.
That's what we need to do. We need to get to that level of stupid happiness where like
go lie down, Cash.
Nothing bothers you. Ain't that right, Poochie?
Those people are annoying though.
Sometimes.
They are, yeah. They are. Not all the time, but sometimes, yeah.
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 Because there's a part of you that's like, why are you so happy?
Yeah, definitely.
So, but they definitely know something we don't know. Because he wasn't giving a shit about nothing. He didn't care.
Yeah.
At least he played it really well that he didn't care.
Yeah, for sure.
So, that's what I hope to be like soon in my life.
I can't do it.
It's something you got to choose to do, but how the hell they choose to do it, I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
I guess it helps to be young and not have like a family you have to worry about and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so music recommendation of the week from Brad. This week is the Chainsmokers. This is not hip-hop. This is not, I guess, alternative, the things that I've done in the past. This is dance music. The Chainsmokers are a DJ duo from New York City. They gained a lot of attention from their song Selfie, which came out in 2013 or something like that. 2010 was the year their song Selfie came out. It got a lot of play and shit like that. Then they came out with a song called Kanye, which was really good. And now they have 3 hit songs that are played on EDM stations. I listened to, I think it's 101.7 out of Boston, which I recommend for people who like dance music. On the iHeartRadio app, Evolution 101.7. Really good station on the iHeartRadio app because it has almost no commercials, which a lot of these hip-hop stations have commercials like every fucking 15 minutes, and it gets really annoying.
There's a song on there with almost 250,000 hits.
Right.
Not 250,000. 250 billion
on Spotify.
Hits.
So they have 3 hit songs that are on EDM radio right now. Roses, Don't Let Me Down, and New York City, which I really like New York City. That's probably my favorite of theirs right now. These guys are going to be around for a long time. So check them out. Check out Roses, Don't Let Me Down, and New York City. I'll strongly recommend. But yeah, the Chainsmokers, fucking couldn't find any good video of them. With these DJs and producers, all the music videos are just like actors they've hired that are just in the video. Yeah. So it's no point in playing a video of theirs. And then the rest is them just performing at festivals, which there's not really any good footage of it since they are newer.
Yeah,
they haven't been around very long.
Those live ones, live shows, they have to have a professional recorder do it. Otherwise, It's just not that good.
No, it's not very good.
That Roses one, holy shit! I mean,
it's a good one.
Kanye's got 41 million, but that Roses 235 million hits. On
That's
Spotify.
A big one. The radio is playing that one a lot.
Damn.
So yeah, dude, it's good. It's very good summertime windows down drive-in music for your summertime playlist. The Chainsmokers, Don't leave them out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for that.
Damn, man.
Damn.
Holy cow. 235
million. That's a lot. That's almost the population of the United States.
That's freaking crazy, like how much that is.
I know.
I mean, how many people are in America? 300 million?
Yeah.
So that's almost the whole population of America.
Yeah.
So they're probably really big in like Europe and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sure. Even though they're from New York City, which is rare because a lot of these EDM guys are from London and shit.
Oh yeah,
I know Japan.
I know there's some big ones from Iceland, just a couple.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, what's that? What Ryksopp? Isn't she from?
No idea.
That group from Iceland. I think right, but that's more like kind of trancey stuff. That's more like you got to be on Molly to enjoy kind of music,
right?
But yeah, man, that stuff's been around for so long. I didn't find out about that stuff till like 2013, whatever.
Yeah,
like dance kind of music, in a party
yeah,
system.
it hasn't. It hasn't. I remember first hearing it around in high school, 2009, 2008. Mm-hmm. It kind of came out then, once rock died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the reign of Disturbed and 3 Days Grace and
God.
freaking Korn.
Nickelback.
No, Korn's still good. Korn, I wouldn't. But Nickelback, I've never really considered rock. For some reason, like
it's dead. It's all dead.
Yeah, it's dying.
I think it ended with Kurt Cobain.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Nah, I don't think it happened. I think I think Slipknot and freaking Korn and Deftones and I think they kept that going for a while. So.
No, I think it ended with Kurt Cobain.
Agree to disagree.
Because like the whole world knew who they were, and then he died, and I think that ended it. Because these guys like the Foo Fighters, like Dave Grohl, and like Linkin Park and stuff, none of them had like a huge worldly thing and then died like from a drug overdose, which is like the rock star lifestyle. Like Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, those guys, the whole world knew about them, and then they died. And then everybody, that like solidified them in concrete like forever. These guys like the Foo Fighters and stuff, they'll never have that because they're still here. And they're still trying to make music, which is never going to be as good.
Interesting.
As far as like legacy goes, and as far as like an international, worldwide like sound, you know what I mean? Which like Korn doesn't have. Even though they've made good music, they're still out here making music. I'm sure. Yeah. These guys like Korn and Disturbed and shit, but they're never gonna reach that again.
I don't know.
You got to go out on top. You know what I'm saying?
You have to die while you're on top.
Yeah, you have to die while you're on top.
What about David Bowie?
What do you mean? As in like?
When was the last time you listened to something new by David Bowie before he died?
Never.
But he's still freaking a rock icon.
Yeah, but he's not the last.
You don't have to die as a rock icon. You can be a rock icon and then come back because you died. Like people are like, oh, this person died.
Right.
They did so this amazing stuff. Like, what did they do? They did so many things. It was so cool. I wouldn't not be surprised if like Jonathan Davis had something like that happen.
Who's that?
That's the lead singer for Korn.
Okay.
So he also has a brother who's like I think played for like Stone Sour or something. No, Stone Sour. Was Stone Sour?
But I mean, when these people die,
that was Corey Taylor actually.
Oof. I hate Corey Taylor.
I love Corey Taylor. That guy's amazing, and he's funny as shit. Yeah, he is. And
See,
if
when
he could be any superhero, he would be a mix of Spider-Man and Wolverine, which made me love him even more.
See, when these people die, of course, they'll be like their albums are going to go up in the top charts of iTunes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like when Michael Jackson died, like every album in the top 10 was his.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, but that's still not them on top. That's just them being remembered. You know what I mean? Like if Michael Jackson made Thriller and then died, like oh my God, he'd be the greatest ever.
I don't know. I think
lie down.
I think sometimes
go lie down.
I think sometimes the silly thing is like these people are on top and then they die. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like Kurt Cobain, I will not disagree that Nirvana was awesome. They were kind of starting like a new thing.
But if they were around now, they'd be complete dog shit.
Who knows? Maybe they wouldn't be. You can't say that. You can't predict the future. So I will say this. The fact that he died while he was on top makes me think that he's an idiot.
Why?
Because why the hell would you OD while you're on top, you idiot? What the hell do you have to run away from with your drugs? Oh, maybe your life was hard. Maybe your dad didn't love you.
There's not enough sun in Seattle. It's fucking depressing.
You're a fucking rock star. Take a vacation, asshole.
Well, I think he got killed.
You think Kurt Cobain got killed?
Why? Without a doubt.
Why would he be killed?
Because there's a lot of reasons. The suicide note. I watched a documentary. It's really good. It's called Soaked in Bleach. Mm-hmm. It's on Netflix, I believe. Is it called Soaked in Bleach? Fuck, there's two of them.
Document King.
One is by the private investigator hired by Courtney Love. Courtney Love hired this private investigator right after Kurt died, I believe. And then just this past year, this private investigator released a documentary saying that he believes Courtney Love hired this one guy to kill Kurt Cobain. She hired him. He was investigating for her, and in the process, he was like, this chick is shady as a hell, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, so someone killed Kurt Why would you kill Kurt Cobain?
I can't remember why. Is that
Did
what
he
it's called,
freaking-
Soaked in Bleach? Yes, private investigator Tom Grant tries to unravel the mystery surrounding the death of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain. It's really good. It's really fucking good. So I recommend that.
And why did they think that he died? Like,
He got killed?
Not died, though. He got killed.
Well, the suicide note is like there's like two paragraphs of it, and the top paragraph is all in one form of handwriting, and the bottom line, which nothing in the top paragraph has anything to do with his death. Then the bottom line is something to do like, remember me, I love my daughter, and it's better to burn out than fade away, or whatever. And it's in like a different handwriting. And then the toxology report of the heroin in his body. The heroin in his body was enough to kill like 20 people. Like it was such a crazy amount. Everyone's like, if you injected that much, you wouldn't have, your limbs wouldn't have the strength to literally pick up a gun and shoot yourself. There was so much that it was like complete overload. Well, she didn't die from the drug overdose. He died from shooting himself.
Interesting.
It's crazy. And
I'm a skeptic. Why would you kill a rock star? Were him and like Courtney Love like some kind of item? Like, did he spurn her? Is this one of those hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned kind of things?
Like they were married.
They were married?
Yeah, they have a kid. They had a kid together.
Fuck, I didn't know that. I don't know shit about these two people.
Yeah, they had a kid together. They were married.
Wait, so she had him killed?
She had him killed by this one guy who the police never talked to this guy, and the Seattle Police Department completely fucked up the whole thing. Like, he was buried like 2 days after they found him. Like, they had no chance to even like do an autopsy or like investigate the room that he was found in. Really, they just kind of just buried him and called it a suicide.
Damn,
it was absolutely crazy. It's a good documentary.
And Courtney Love is dead now too.
No,
I thought she was dead.
No, she's out here taking selfies with Kim Kardashian like a fucking stupid cunt.
Wait, what? Who was that one chick that died forever ago that everyone was like, she had a... It's not Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's that one chick. I swear, like, some chick is dead. What's her name? She was like some freaking whatever kind of groupie bitch that everyone really didn't, like, I didn't know about, and then she died, and everyone's like, oh, she had such a horrible life. Like, she died of an overdose or some shit like that.
Frances, that's their daughter's name. They fucking named their daughter Frances because they're nuts.
Courtney Love.
I hate her.
What does Courtney Love do? She
thinks she's a rock star. She doesn't do anything.
Shit, I don't know, man.
I want to know the what's it called? The motive behind killing him. Because it's a good fucking... Where's controversy?
Controversy.
God damn it. It's not even here.
Shit, I don't know, man.
It's crazy.
Legal troubles. I don't know, man. Fuck it. I don't care.
I'm just saying, I think Kurt Cobain was the last legit rock star.
I don't know about that.
Even though it's a debate on whether he even made good music or not.
Well, I think he had good stuff, but I think you really have to be like up and above the rest to be like, I was the last whatever. Because
he didn't say that. I'm saying
what is rock?
Just drums, 2 guitars, and a lead singer.
Yeah, there's a bunch of groups I've listened to way more than Nirvana that I think are really good.
Well, yeah.
So I think that's still just a personal perspective thing. Sucks, man. If you got killed, sorry to hear about that. If you OD'd, you're a freaking retard. You know, freaking if you're depressed, go get help. Read a book. Go get out the sun. Do something.
Right.
But, oh well, that sucks, man. I didn't know all these freaking documentaries existed. Oh, dude, speaking of which, I watched that one Cartel Land. Have you watched that?
Mm-mm.
Woo-wee.
Documentary? Is it?
Yeah, it's a documentary about the Morales, Dr. something Morales down in Mexico who was trying to take on the drug cartels. and the Mayochichan, whatever, something like that section of Mexico where a lot of like the drug trade is done.
Yeah.
And you had like what were the cartels? You had the Templars, the Knight Templars cartel. You had the Fuegos cartel, just a bunch of like these different ones. And he was like trying to start up like this kind of like the citizen militia that would what was it called?
Was it Cartel Land?
Cartel Land.
Oh, okay. It's
He
just
started out this civilian militia to go after cartel people. And it got really big, and like they started kind of taking territory back from the cartels. And then the cartels got smart and went after him politically, and they got him arrested and thrown in jail.
Is this a documentary?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it an actual movie?
Like, it's a documentary.
Okay.
Like, it is, like, here, what was it? Blah, blah, blah. The Autodefensas, and the Mike Coatcan-based physician, Jose Morales. And pretty much it follows this documentary from him starting out in a small town, and the group, the Autodefensas, gets bigger and bigger, and it gets all these citizens are joining, and then like the citizens start getting like corrupt, and they start like shaking down people's houses and like taking things from people.
Right.
And then the president comes on. The president's like, this Autodefensas is a criminal organization. We need to stop them, because everybody knows, and Mr. Mexican president, if you see this, everyone knows. You never know.
Okay.
Everyone knows you're crooked as shit and you're in the freaking hands of the cartel. So go suck a donkey dick.
Yeah.
On me, please. Have a good one. Enjoy yourself.
Mike will pay for it.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. You have fun with that. But that's pretty much what they do, because this group is going after the cartels, and they're like finding cartel people and like getting them arrested and turning them over. Well, the president comes on and says, you guys are now vigilantes and enemies of the state. You need to put down your weapons and join this program that I'm putting together to go after the cartels. And so slowly the people, like the high up level people in the cartels, I'm assuming, started using their influence and their money to get him taken down legally instead of just going after him.
Yeah.
So he's now been arrested as a domestic terrorist in Mexico, and he's been in prison since like 2000 something, 2005, 2004. No, not that, 2010 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's so screwed up, like watching the process.
Yeah.
Because you watch him go from this good guy, and things go good and everyone's doing their best, and then he starts seeing the corruption, the power corrupting him. And then at one point in the freaking show, like he ends up getting this mistress. Like the Morales dude gets this mistress, and at one point, like, they actually record him outside the house that he goes to see her, and she's like giving him freaking BJ. And it's like, you just hear him in there talking about it. You're like, oh my God, this dude's cheating on his wife, who's in this documentary, who's finding out about it. And the freaking people he's in charge of are now freaking getting all corrupt and taking stuff from people they're supposedly protecting. It is this good cause that just hits the shit.
Right.
And it just shows you how smart to be, like how you fight. Like, criminal organizations with that much money don't have to kill you. They just have to ruin your reputation.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, which is a theory that I have for a lot of things that happen in modern days. I mean, you have all these politicians that are like kicking the hornet's nest or shaking the cage, rattling the cage, and then all of a sudden someone finds 6 years of child porn on the computer.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
He just now gets caught.
Right.
So it's just these documentaries, man. It makes you wonder, like, are they actually like showing everything, or like how much censorship is there actually in our world? Like, what do we know?
Fuck. There's probably a lot, dude. The world is flat.
Yeah, the world's flat. Yeah, world's flat, man.
Oh, it's there's one of the 48 laws of power that that is a good quote for that.
Let's hear it. Let's see
fucking
this.
What law is it? I don't remember.
48 laws of power.
I'm never gonna find it now.
Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Crush your
On my
enemy.
old show, we used to read one for each show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seen dumber than your mark. Wow, this is interesting stuff. Master the art of timing. Never seem to be in a hurry. Hurry betrays a lack of control over yourself, and over time, always seem patient as if you know that everything will come to you eventually. Become a detective of the right moment. Sniff out the spirit of the times, the trends that will carry you to
power.
Oh, learn to stand back when the time is not yet ripe, and to strike fiercely when it has reached fruition. Damn. That's some deep shit. The 48 Laws of Power. Where's the damn pen? You know what? Let's see. And my handy dandy phone that I almost freaking lost this weekend. Holy shit. I'll just make a note. Let's do it, everybody. The 48 Laws of Power. This is some cool shit. Like, seriously, like, this is really cool.
Where's I have the book.
Where's that note? Notes. You have the book?
Mm-hmm. It's in a box now, but I can't have it.
I can't borrow it anyways because I got freaking...
bring my back
I got to bring it back your Sex of Dawn. So let's see. The 48 Laws of Power. This is like some good stuff because like you can teach this to your kids, man. This will help your kids be successful. 48 Laws.
Oh, God damn it, Mike.
Of Power. What? What's wrong?
I can't believe you don't know about it. Now I got to look up the everything else the author did. Robert Greene. Because he's written a lot of books like this.
Boom. There we go. Now I've got that saved. Thank you, technology. You're amazing.
The 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, The 33 Strategies of War, The 50th Law.
I've heard of The Art of Seduction.
I have The 50th Law as well. He wrote it with 50 Cent. That's a really good one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like the 50th Law of Power?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's an extension on the 48
Well,
Laws
not
of
an
Power.
extension, but it's more of laws of power surrounding 50 Cent and his mindset. Because this guy, this fucking very well-educated author who writes these books and like studies humans, he became really fascinated with 50 Cent and how 50, grew up in the street and learned how to exercise and gain power like as a drug dealer in the drug world and the street life. And then he's kind of taken that into business and like up in these offices with CEOs, and he's still using these same strategies he learned on the street, basically like gang life or whatever. So this guy basically got with 50 and followed him around and sat in on all these meetings and heard all his conversations and like learned his whole life story and wrote this book, The 50th Law, regarding basically how 50 gains power and makes all these, because he's a very good businessman.
What's the 48 Laws of Power like as a book? What's it read like?
In the beginning of the book, the first few pages, it just has those pages we just saw, which are cool because you can just flip to one of those. But then as it goes through the whole book, there's basically 48 chapters. So one chapter explains the whole law, like master the art of timing or whatever. And then it explains how you're supposed to master the art of timing, and then it shows a bunch of examples in history, like Napoleon or President Eisenhower or something,
Cleopatra,
and how they
Caesar,
how they have exercised these. Not like every leader, but just certain leaders, or like whatever dictators and stuff like that, and how they mastered that one specific law. And then the next chapter will be another law, like I don't know.
It makes you wonder, like, is this stuff like really like applicable to everyone's lives? Because this book was written by one person.
But be careful, people, because this book, The 48 Laws of Power, is a little crazy. It's a little like, it's a little overboard. You have to take it with a serious grain of salt.
Yeah.
I was listening to the audiobook at work once, and someone who's higher up in work saw it on my phone, and they're like, "Whoa, are you listening to The 48 Laws of Power?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Be careful with that, dude." And I'm like, "No, I know." Because it's just, explain. There's a lot of the laws that are insane.
Okay. Like, please explain to the guy, because that's why I wrote it down in my notes, because I wanted to go get the audiobook and listen to it.
Well, yeah.
Because this kind of stuff is like, it's really cool to like learn and to like, I guess, try and see like what it is like, and or just kind of like a little piece of it. Like there's this one book called The Traveler's Gift. It's kind of like it's not semi-religious. It's super religious book, but it has a lot of like life concepts, like the buck stops now, or seek wisdom, all these like life rules that you should kind of try to live by and stuff like that.
Yeah. You shouldn't live by these.
Yeah.
You should just take them, like learn to keep people dependent on you. That's a little insane, yet that will work if you're looking for power. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Like that's you can't like always pose as a friend with everybody. Like, you can actually be genuine friends with people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always have to be a spy.
That's true. But that law applies to the one that you saw up earlier, which is the never put all your trust in a friend and learn to something like an enemy, whatever it was, if you go up. Never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies.
Right.
So that's the same thing as pose as a friend, work as a spy kind of thing.
I
guess that makes you kind of really untrustworthy yourself. So do not commit to anyone.
Right, that's a little insane.
It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others. Playing people against one another makes them pursue you.
That's crazy.
Wow. Keep your hands clean. You must seem a paragon of civility and efficiency. Your hands are never soiled by mistakes and nasty deeds. Maintain such a spotless appearance by using others as scapegoats and cat's paws to disguise your involvement.
Crazy.
Wow. Holy shit.
I forget where the fucking quote was that I was looking for that you referenced, but whatever.
Damn, man. Damn, Daniel.
It said that the book, The 48 Laws of Power, is mostly popular amongst inmates and rappers.
Really?
Mm-hmm. A lot of rappers post pictures with the author of the book.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's weird.
That is pretty...
And convicts as well. Like, people locked up love it.
Wow.
Speaking of crazy shit.
Yeah, let's hear it. What you got?
Most people look to space in the hopes of finding alien life. Others search among us for those who may be hybrids. Crazy. Yet there are also those who are convinced that much of the world above us is a sham and that the true secrets are beneath our feet. Beneath the earth. Crazy. With the advent of social media, conspiracies that suggest that the earth is nothing like people think are becoming more popular. While many theorists like to claim that the earth is flat, others say that it is hollow and that there is a completely separate world inside of it which somehow has its own functioning sun despite being inside our earth. Crazy. According to these conspiracy claims, Admiral Byrd did not actually fly over the North Pole in the 1940s, he flew inside it and discovered another world inside the Earth's crust, and the government has been doing its best to cover up the story ever since. Some conspiracy theorists will also take seriously an old legend from a group of Scandinavians who were sailing and ended up near the pole. The Scandinavians thought it strange that it started to get warmer instead of colder, and they suddenly found themselves sailing inside the earth. They found a fantastic land full of rich bounty and kind giant people who ate similarly giant fruits and vegetables. According to the conspiracy theorists, these beings are much smarter than we are and sometimes communicate through intermediaries in order to try to better steer humanity's fate. Some even claim they secretly talk to the Dalai Lama. Oh shit. A world inside a world. Not only is the Earth flat, or I guess the Earth is round, however, everything above us is a sham, right? The real secret, Mike, is not out above us in infinity, it's below us, inside of the Earth, where there is a mini-sun and a mini-moon and giant people who eat giant vegetables like carrots and cucumbers, pickles and such, and tomatoes, and I don't know how they get the shit, and they're really smart and kind. Which is terrifying. Maybe that's where earthquakes come from. Maybe when an earthquake happens, they're like partying and shit, and they're like jumping up and down.
What the fuck? I mean, good on you for having a great imagination. And you know what? It's nice to think that the world is more mysterious than it is now.
Oh, it has to be.
Because, to be honest, it's kind of boring.
It's not boring. You just said that octopuses have 1,000 hearts and fucking slide through 2-inch tubes and shit.
Yeah, that's true. But
that's insane.
It's now labeled. There's no mystery in that anymore.
Right.
So if there happened to be a civilization of friendly fruit-eating giants that lived underneath us, and the whole like levels of the earth is a myth, like there's no core, there's no mantle, there's no outer core.
That's all bullshit.
No, there's that lava coming out of the ground is, not, the part of what the world is. I mean, Cool.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, that's sweet. I'd love to meet one of these giants just to see what they're like.
Yeah.
You know, just to see what they know, what kind of conversations we could have. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
At the same time, until I see it,
it's not real. All right, that's fair.
I mean, shit. Anything that you can do to escape from the fact that, yes, we are just a tiny floating rock in the middle of space.
Dude, there are so many stars out here up in this bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know if people in like New York City can see stars. They say they can't. But like out here, there's a ton of them.
Yeah. Well, it's light pollution.
Yeah, right.
Get out really far out in the ocean. Go really far out into nature.
Whoa.
Ocean, nature, desert, don't matter. Just get
away
away from a city and get away from the lights.
Oh, the desert would be nuts.
And then you can see the stars. I mean, it's pretty crazy, like how many there are. And then like there's a function in our brains, I assume, that we have where if we can't fathom something, we kind of slowly just kind of get a little stupid. Like our brain is like, oh, well, you can't understand that. Let's not worry about it. Let's think about something else. Like a person sitting on a mountain in the middle of the desert looking up at that sky, seeing all those stars is like, at one point they're like, holy fuck, and that just keeps going, and it just keeps going, and just keeps going. Oh, I'm getting kind of cold. Like, I'm hungry. Maybe I should climb back down to the... No, they don't think about it. Like...
Well, you can't wrap your mind around it.
You can't. And you know what? There are people that have been putting this stuff in our brains for years. I mean, Animaniacs is on Netflix, the show that we used to watch in like the early 90s as kids. And some of the stuff, like they have like these little songs on there. Like one is the countries of the planet, where this guy, the main Animaniac, sings through all the countries on the planet, which is funny because some of those countries aren't around anymore. Right. And then they have this one where he sings about how we are a tiny rock floating in the universe across a trillion miles of empty space.
Right.
And it's like this crazy existential thing that just shows how small you are. Like one of the lines is, the universe is so big and you are not.
Yeah.
That's one of the lines. I'm like, this was a kid's show. I was watching this as a kid.
Yeah.
And they're pointing out, they're like, hey, you're a speck on a speck in a speck in a sea of unknown. I was like, holy fuck.
But we do know, Mike, because God created all of this.
Yeah.
Because he
in
loves
7
us.
days.
In 7 days.
Yeah.
That's how powerful he is.
And then he sent a snake to tell the one girl he made to eat the apple.
And this guy, I was told this week that if a man and a woman are in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. They're married to each other. They're married to each other in God. And the man beats the woman, then she can't, like, get a biblically justified divorce. If she were to divorce him, that would be unjust in God's eyes, right? But if there's infidelity, then they can get a divorce because then they've broken that commitment to each other. But if there's any kind of physical abuse or any abuse whatsoever, that's not like a biblically justified divorce. That's not right.
Oh, religion. Yay! Fuck. You know, one thing that I've always found was really interesting, especially in the Christianity religions and stuff like that, is the concept that if a God created everything and knows everything that's going to happen, therefore God created Lucifer, therefore God created evil.
Okay.
So this person that's supposed to be perfect and knew everything somehow missed this big blind spot of creating an evil being which tries to destroy our souls.
Well, he did. Well, yeah. I don't know about that. Because Lucifer was an angel.
Yeah. But God created the angels.
Right.
So God knew when he created Lucifer that Lucifer was going to become evil. So therefore he knew that he was creating somebody that would take all his beloved children to hell.
But he also knows that Lucifer is forever fucked. Right?
Yeah, which is another thing. Isn't one of the things that Jesus says is pray for those who need it most?
Okay.
So out of all the evil people in the world, out of their existence in a religious concept, isn't Satan the one that needs our prayers the most?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because he's someone who has lost his way. He's somebody who needs to be brought back to the light.
No, he can't be brought back to the light.
Why not?
Because it says in the Bible that he'll be fucked forever.
So
like that God knows that God and the devil know the devil's going to lose. That's a known thing between them.
So if they
know that evil's going to lose,
then God knew that he created one person that he was going to throw to the wolves.
Yeah.
So God,
and a lot of other people.
So God is in himself evil. He's not good. Because he really created an identity and a concept that would therefore dictate the sacrifice of some of his beloved children. You can't be good if you do that. That's like saying, I'm a good parent. I just make sure I sacrifice one out of my 3 kids.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me? But we get stupid because we don't want to think about it.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Which, think about it. If you think about the concept of Satan himself, what did Satan want? He wanted to make sure that all of us were righteous and got back. Now, he wanted to do this by taking away free will, by saying, I will bring everyone back, and the glory will be mine. Where God is like, no, the glory's mine because I made everything. So one, that points out that God is selfish. Mm-hmm. And then he's also given up the fact that he's going to sacrifice some of his children. So now he's a freaking murderer in a biblical sense. Like, he is killing the identities of his children.
But we don't have to be sacrificed. We can go to heaven.
Yeah, but we can if we do what he tells us.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's no free will.
I guess. There is because
an ultimatum is not free will. Like, people can.
But you can choose.
But a free will would be like if people were like, okay, I'm going to be good and I'm going to heaven,
right?
Or I'm going to be bad and I'll go to hell. But that's still an ultimatum. That's one or the other. The only way to make that free will is that there's a third choice. The third choice is to not go either way,
right?
But
I think if you choose not to go either way, then you're going to hell.
Yeah, so it's an ultimatum. It's either do what I tell you or you go to hell.
Right.
That's not free will.
Yeah, I guess it's not.
Free will would be like, you can choose to go to heaven, or you can choose to be good, or you can choose to be evil. It doesn't matter. You'll go to heaven. If there was no punishment, then it would be free will.
Interesting.
But people, like, they don't understand that concept, you know?
But there's consequences for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in like the United States, it's either like obey the law or go to jail. Mm-hmm. So I have to choose to obey the law, but I still have free will. Well, I still have free will.
That's no free. The free will is an illusion, man. In a religious sense, free will is in itself an illusion, because if you were free to make that choice, you wouldn't be punished for the choices you made.
Well, I don't know. There's consequences for everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there can't be consequences for a religious belief system, especially one that preaches the term free will. Now,
right. That makes sense in the religious aspect, yeah.
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 So, like, this whole concept of, like, God being good and Satan being evil, if you think hard enough about it and you think logically about it and you question the morals and ethics of these beings, you realize that it's really not black and white. There's a shit ton of gray.
There is a shit ton of gray.
And if there's anyone that's more fucked up, it's God. Because Satan has never lied to you. He's like, I'm here to... If Satan as an individual, like, you can be people like, oh, like, he'll trick you, like, he'll make you think you're being happiest. No, Satan knows that he's trying to bring you down to hell, and everyone's been told that he's trying to bring you down to hell, and so he never lies about it.
Right.
Whereas God's like, I love you, and I want you to be successful, but if you don't do what I tell you, I'm going to flood the whole fucking planet and kill millions of innocent people.
Right. It makes no sense. It makes no sense how someone can survive inside a whale.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
It makes no sense that God would give us a dick and a vagina and sexual urges and orgasm, but then make it a sin.
Yeah.
It makes no sense that God would command a man to sacrifice his son, and at the last second,
be like, whoop.
Yeah, don't do that, man.
Don't do that.
It makes no fucking sense, but all these people do it. It's fucked, man.
It's fucking crazy.
And to think that we have all those, I'm not surprised that there are people that think that there's giants underneath the ground or that the earth is flat.
Well, no, the earth is round, but there's giants. Because I don't think the giants can be there if the earth's flat, where they have no room. They have no leg room. You know what I'm saying? The earth's got to be round.
Well, if the earth is flat, like, how flat are we talking? Like, are there levels of flatness? Or is it like super flat? Like, is the world like paper thin? Like, if I punch hard enough, am I going to punch through the ground?
I guess it can't
fall
be
through the planet.
I guess it can't be paper thin. There was that picture that we had.
Yeah.
Of the flat Earth, but
so maybe the giants live underneath the next surface of us. Maybe they're under the next level.
I don't know. We'll have to fucking give them a call or something. Oh shit!
Oh, a square planet.
Whoa, that's nuts.
Oh, you see that hole right there where all the sewage is coming out of the planet right there? Yeah, that makes complete sense. So, and then there's the aliens that manage us.
Right.
So maybe the aliens are the actual giants that are at the surface. This is a pretty cool picture, everybody. This is interesting.
No, the one I saw was this one.
Yeah, that looks like that meteor space station planet thing off of Galaxy Quest. That's pretty interesting. Ooh, you want... Now, I know you like to read like certain things.
The Point Podcast, official Satan worshippers on iTunes.
Exactly.
But yeah, read what?
Okay. Everyone, if you like short stories and stuff like that, check out this short story called Globes. It's this scientific kind of fantasy concept that's really interesting.
Oh, I already don't like it.
You know what? Oh, you'll like it. There's this, you're in a futuristic community, and in this community they have what are called globes. And what it is that these people have this like bubble, and the short story globes, type in short story globes. And in this reality, these people have these globes, and what they create in these globes are these civilizations. They start their own planets, they start their own species, they literally manage. They are the god to this globe, this planet, this mini planet that they have.
Oh, dude, I would
in
rally
their
at
globe.
that.
And there are these things in this story called the Globe Party, where everyone gets their species or their civilization or their planet to the highest peak of advancement that they can.
Yeah.
And they have this big rave. Everyone's having this huge rave, and they all take their globes and they smash them on the ground.
Nice.
So they literally create a planet like us, with species like us, with civilizations and cities and science, and they manipulate the weather and like the earth and what's happening, and then they destroy it. And there's a scientist that's like, what's it like to be one of these species in this globe? Like, what do you think would happen in their reality when this is happening? And they're like, oh, well, the night would turn to day instantaneously. There'd be earthquakes and the lights and power would go out. I'm like, really? That's what it's like for these species? Like inside these globes that people are smashing?
Yeah.
It's like, that's the best we can come up with. And like, so the person's leaving the scientist's office and the day turns into night instantly and the earth starts shaking. And that's where the story stops.
This is a book?
Yeah, it's a short story.
Huh, okay.
It's one of those really hard things to find.
Right.
There's other ones like an Asimov one, the R&R. It's kind of like the iRobot story. But instead of like the humans stopping the robots evolve to the point where they can procreate and all the humans die, except for the last scientist with this robot couple that he sends out, and they're kind of like the Adam and Eve robots, and they start a new species.
It's too fantasy for me.
That was sci-fi, by the way,
yeah,
for robots.
Right.
Fantasy is magic, sci-fi is science.
It's hard for me to get behind either of them.
Yeah.
But sometimes I can.
Well, if you're reading stories about people that think the earth is flat or that there's giants underneath it, you're reading the same thing.
Yeah, I guess.
So, this is interesting shit to think of. Globes is what it's called. I'm pretty positive. It's called globes.
So, there's this advice column called Dear Prudence. And this week, she got a letter. She didn't know how to answer it, so she sent it to us here, addressed to Mike. And she was like, Mike, I need your help. I can't answer this one. So the letter is, the question is, I've been with my boyfriend for about 6 months. He's been wonderful with my 4-year-old son, who has started calling him daddy, and we recently started living together. The problem is, he just told me he considers me only an 8.5 on the hotness scale, and doesn't think our sex life is the best he's ever had, but that he's happy to settle based on the whole package. Right? So, I think we're very well matched.
Hello, Mr. Tact. Shit.
I think we're very well matched hotness-wise, but I don't compare him to other men in that way. I've also tried to improve our sex life without much luck. My question is, how should I feel about his revelation? Do I deserve more from a partner in terms of feeling sexy and loved, or should I stick with it for the sake of my son?
Well, that's a dumb question.
Well, she's an 8.5, which is pretty good. Because, I mean, at least she's not like a 6, right?
Yeah.
Thank God.
But my one thing is, you don't stick stuff out for kids. Kids can tell there's fucking resentment. Kids can tell that there's underlying emotions. Kids can feel that shit out, and it can breed a lot of emotional and social issues for that child. So you never make a relationship work just for the children. That's fucking stupid. Being a victim of one of those situations.
Right.
Make it work for the children. It's not cool. We know something's up.
A lot of people do that, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like my kid's going to be fucked up if we get a divorce, right? Mm-hmm. So we just stay together for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get a divorce after the kids leave, and then the kids now realize that you and dad were never in love, and that true happiness is not real.
Right.
It's all a fucking sham.
So it's a lose-lose.
Yeah, that's a lose-lose to stay together for the kid. Now, here's another issue. Did he just randomly tell you that you were an 8.5? Like, did you ask him? Do you think I'm pretty? I mean,
I don't know, babe. You're an 8.5, so yeah.
I mean, maybe he was trying to be, maybe he was being honest. Maybe he was trying to be realistic. Maybe he just didn't want to hurt your feelings, or maybe he didn't want to make him seem like he was being some yes man.
Mm.
I mean, so an 8.5, come on, chick. I mean, that's still pretty damn good looking. So quit complaining. The sex life thing.
But he's supposed to say she's a 10?
Yeah, just like you're supposed to tell the pregnant woman that she looks great and not like a swelled cow.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry.
You have to lie.
Us men don't look attractive all the time. You women don't look attractive all the time. It's life. Get over it. And doesn't think our sex life is the best he's ever had, but he's happy to settle based on the whole package. No one wants to be settled for, so that's an issue in and of itself. And the fact that he just says his sex life isn't as good instead of like doing something about it. I mean, like, it would be good if he was to be like, hey, you know, I think we have good chemistry. I think our sex life could be better. We should try some other things. Like maybe we can do role playing. Maybe we can do different positions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something to make it better rather than just saying there's a problem. I mean, so here, bring up the question again. I gotta be able to read it. So one, this guy, maybe he didn't know how to come about this, because if he's just straight up telling you that you're an 8.5 a hot in the scale and that your sex life isn't that good, it's kind of an asshole thing.
Like, is he being mean or is he being honest?
Yeah. Like, is this stuff coming up in conversation? Are you one of those girls that asks him if he thinks a girl at the restaurant is hot? And if he says yes, you're going to be pissed at him for the rest of the night?
Right.
Because that's not okay. So I had a friend that had to deal with that crap all the time. It's not okay. It's not a trap. If someone can't be honest with you, then you shouldn't be with them anyways. Because being with somebody is being with them. You have to be okay with who they are.
Right.
And if they can't be themselves around you, then you shouldn't be with them in the first place. Or they shouldn't be with you in the first place.
Right.
So...
But is he being mean or is he being honest?
If he just came out and said that you're an 8.5 and our sex life is terrible, I would think that he's being an asshole.
Gotcha.
So if this is stuff that came up in conversation and you're just not giving us the whole story,
right,
then I would say that you're really insecure and not reading between the lines.
If she's like, have you had better? Have you had anything better? Have you had anything better? He's like, no. Have you had anything better? He's like, yeah, okay, I've had stuff better.
Yeah, like maybe his answer was, you're like, oh, am I the best lover you've had? And he's like, yeah. And you're like, no, be honest. I won't be mad. And he's like, well, we're pretty good, but you don't do oral.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, come on. You're not going to be the best in bed if you're freaking not willing to do stuff for people that makes them, pleasures them pretty much.
Right.
You know? And so that, there's just a lot of stuff missing. From the get-go, he sounds like a jerk. But you know what? Nothing in life is black and white. So I would guarantee that this guy had conversations with this girl and she's just being secure about it. But then there's the flip side. He may just be a jerk. Now let's see. But I don't compare him to other men. That's a lie. Everybody compares somebody to someone else. It doesn't matter.
Which is unfair to do, but almost impossible not to do. My old boss would always say, don't compare girls to each other. It's unfair to them. But then I realized that's impossible to do.
Yeah.
To not compare.
You compare everybody with everything. It doesn't make you an asshole. It's just normal. We compare everything to everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and then I've also tried to improve our sex life without much luck. That's a very open-ended statement right there. Like, you haven't told us anything. What have you done?
Maybe like being spontaneous or buying some sort of sexy lingerie.
I mean, what is it? Like, that doesn't tell us anything.
Right.
That's like saying the sky has stars in it. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, how should I feel about this revelation? If this is just plain cut and dry and this is exactly how it's happened, I don't know why you're staying with this person. You should do something different. But I guarantee I would be willing to bet a paycheck on this, that this is not the whole story and that you're making this guy seem like a jerk and you're not telling the other side of the story. Like, maybe you don't do stuff in bed. Maybe you're a dead fish. Who knows? Maybe you don't do oral. Maybe you...
Yeah, but she's an 8.5 though.
Yeah, you're still an 8.5. That's nice. There's a lot of people that are average that you have a step above already. Do I deserve more from a partner? Yes, you should always feel happy and loved from a partner. But if you're not being completely honest with him and you're not telling things honestly for everyone else to see and you're shortchanging this guy in the eyes of the public, it doesn't seem good. And you never stick out a relationship for the kids. Never do that, because kids can always tell what's wrong, and they know that something's up, and it will breed mistrust and the inability to be emotionally compassionate or passionate or intimate with somebody else, because they always think that somewhere back in the back of their head that it's just fucking fake. So that's my answer.
So if the relationship sucks, then it's a lose-lose.
Try to work on it.
But
the way she's writing this, it doesn't seem like she's trying to work on it. It seems like she's trying to make herself the victim.
Right. It seems like she's fishing for the answer she wants.
Mm-hmm. That's my answer.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to imagine how this came up in conversation. Darlie, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I'm so happy to be able to tell you you're a solid 8.5, barely nearly a 9. Blah, blah, blah. I understand if you want to take a minute to call your parents. That's why I've had better sex in the past. I won't bother you with the details, but it's been better. God damn. Sounds like your boyfriend is interested in making you feel like you're not quite good enough, and that he's doing you a favor by overlooking your physical and sexual inadequacies. These are some deeply damaging, manipulative games he's playing. Meeting your child and moving in together at 6 months is awfully fast. Yes, that's true.
Oh, so it's not even the dad. It's not even his actual child.
Yeah, it's I don't think it should be a point of pride that your son is taking and calling him daddy so quickly. You deserve more from a partner, and your son deserves more from the potential co-partner. A longer screen period will go a long way towards protecting both you and your child from guys like this. See, this is the problem with this woman. She doesn't take into account like the whole story. She just takes everything at face value. Way to go, lady. Way to go. Damn, man.
Episode 14, The Point Podcast.
Shit.
We'll be back next week for episode 15.
Fuck.
And, yeah.
Hey, everyone, do me a favor. Go out, enjoy the weather, do something exercising, try something different, do something you've always wanted to do, but you've never seemed to have the time. Just make time for it and go for it. Whether that's painting, exercising, music, brewing beer, I don't give a shit. Do something fun. Do something exciting.
Metalwork.
Fuck yeah, do some forging. Do it. Just have fun with life. Enjoy it.
Even after I have to work and pay off my debt and fucking get my car fixed and spend time with family, I have to do that on top of that?
Yeah, because otherwise, what the hell are you living for?
How am I supposed to keep up with all my shows, too?
I don't know,
I got
man.
Empire and Modern Family and The OJ Show and Bates Motel. I got to keep up with all my shows, and I got to work 40 hours a week, and I got to go to school.
Yeah.
And I got to try new shit.
Yeah.
Think
about this, like, what are you going to remember in a decade?
That's a good point.
All right.
Yeah.
So do something you're
going to
remember
joining that hiking group.
Yeah.
You're not going to remember what happened on season 2 of Empire.
Exactly. Create something, everybody. Because, yeah, it sucks. We have to work all the time and pay all these bills, but you might as well do something fun. Enjoy something in your life.
Yeah.
Or just say fuck it all and become a wandering minstrel, like my buddy that I'm going to take a picture of. Or I have a picture, and I'm going to show you guys. His name is Mitchell. I hope you enjoy.
It'll be on the Facebook page. And, yeah, we'll be back next week.
All right, everyone. Take
Thanks,
it easy.
everybody.
Have a good one.